How will the Saints respond to heartbreak yet again? It's the coach. It's the first of two this Monday night on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the New Orleans Saints trying to put the sting of last year's NFC Championship game no call behind them as they play host to a preseason favorite in the AFC South, the Houston Texans. I'll look back to opening weekend at halftime, but now it's off to Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Standing by, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great one Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good one here tonight.
We do put a spotlight on key games, don't we? Even key nights. Thursday night has become a spotlight night. How about Sunday night? But there still is some magic to playing on Monday night, and these two teams are feeling it.
So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway from the Superdome. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to lead out the Saints. Last year, of course, another big one for number 9. Set the all-time passing yards mark, moving past Peyton Manning, finished second in the MVP balloting, and led the Saints to within a whisker of their first Super Bowl berth since 2010.
95-56.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense.
And last night we were discussing some of the changes they've made offensively during the offseason, and we know it helps for them to have the first game at home. Hopefully this crowd, which we saw coming in, they've been here for a while, ready to go. You and I should have joined the tailgates, that's for sure. They're going to give them plenty of encouragement. They'll try and ride that wave and get their first victory of the year.
From the 27th, Brees, and the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Saints. 49 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Brees now on first down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They'll run it with Johnson. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Watson. Complete. It's Johnson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now a first down throw. Watson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Stop your body.
From the 50, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now, this is just the 5th all-time meeting between the Texans and Saints here taking place in Week 1, and they have split the previous 4 meetings. Of course, the Texans entering the league in 2002, but you would think that these two teams would have met more because the cities are only separated by 350 miles, I-10 connecting them. In fact, for New Orleans, Houston is the closest NFL city of any in the league. So it's kind of interesting that this is only the 5th time that they have met. The last time they got together, November of 2015, the Texans winning that one 24-6. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Not today. Sit. 24. Hey, 31.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Finding Fells complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, They like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
The Saints spent a 3rd-round pick on Traquan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Who that? Who that? Ready, take.
Now, Breeze again. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28.
Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
And now the Texans want to call another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Brees now. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
Let's go. Let's do it.
These two teams all tied after 1.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Pick it up, D.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this 1st half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, good move. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man, the tight end fails. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Geis. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. This not the final game of this opening weekend. Still one more. That comes your way later tonight out in Oakland. The Denver Broncos and Vic Fangio's coaching debut taking on the Oakland Raiders, the final home opener for the Silver and Black in the East Bay. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, it's Brees. This is complete to Michael Thomas, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. That one goes for 30 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Brees, a quick throw out to Thomas. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
95-56, 95-56.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Brees. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Brees. And that's caught by Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Again, it's Brees. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On 3rd and long, it's Brees. And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Lutz's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And we focus on Duke Johnson now. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing again on second down. Watson under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Third and long, it's Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brian Anger now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the one.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Well, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Breeze now to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Let's go! Let's go!
So we are at halftime of the first of 2 here on this opening Monday night of 2019. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. A nice little juke. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Deshaun Watson and the Texans offense trot back out there. And I guess the Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On second down, Johnson. And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
47's a mark, boy. 47. Check, 47. Check.
Watson throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes us up near the 25.
Ready? Hey, 4-1 Mike. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. The open man is Smith. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun now for Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. On first down, Breeze. And Josh Hill has it. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, 56 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Needed a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do, because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On the move to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Check motion, 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 motion. 49,
to throw again on second down. Watson buying time to his left. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's third and short.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. Now a first down throw, Watson.
Well, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going. You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. Throwing again is Watson. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a third and short, 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Watson eluding the pressure right. He's letting this one go for Fuller, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They were making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series. And because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there, they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. They are going for it. Here's Watson, and he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan, and boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Motion, motion, motion. 4-7's the mic, 4-7's the mic. Alert! I need some therapy after this.
Off of play action, it's Watson rolling to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Now he'll throw deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38. To throw is Watson. Steps away. And he's got this down to the 35. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On first down, it's Watson. Screen play, Johnson. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Let's go.
On first and 10, Watson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on second and long. Watson, complete. It's Johnson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Here Here we go on fourth. Watson, flush to his right. And it is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Saints will have the football back. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on fourth down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on fourth down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
17 there and a New Orleans first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On the ground, this is Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. The busy night continues for Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 35 on 2nd down. Watts, and he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson flushed out right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Steps away to his left. And this is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Kamara. Down to about the 22 here.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Come on, baby, let's go. Get stopped. Let's go. Let's go.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Hey, 24. 47. Check, 47. I'm coming. Hey, check, Mike, 47.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
Watson on 1st down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Good set. 19. Mike, 47. You're trash. You're trash.
On 1st down, Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. To throw is Watson on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one. I know you felt that one.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
1st down, Texans.
Here's Watson on 1st and 10. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darren Fells there to make the grab. And the Texans cut into that lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. When you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Check 99. Check 99. 24.
After the interception, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Oh, yeah.
Faking the give. Now Watson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And some room to roam now. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. To him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, and he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Watson off play action. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Showing up. At 59.
On 4th down, Watson. He may try and run for this. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
One sec. 19. Check pass, check pass. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last throw here for Watson. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Saints, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Houston, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.